Quiet on the set. Take one. Action.
Hi everybody, welcome to the Actors Lounge. I'm your host and executive producer, Tony Lankford. We have another great show for you today on the Actors Lounge. We have a local Philadelphia play group called the Writing Man Productions with executive producer Shawn O'Shea. And also coming up in the show, we have behind-the-scenes looks at Will Smith's movie, The Pursuit of Happiness. So stay right there. We'll be right back.
Quiet on the set. Take one.
Does your business need a TV commercial? Let us shoot and direct an advertisement for you. Because your business needs exposure. A professional director and crew creates an image for your business. Lankford Productions. Do you need a TV commercial for your business? Give us a call, 215-253-1677.
Writing Man Productions actually started during the 2007 Fringe Festival unofficially. When we were going to do our first show. The registration form asked for a production company name, and a friend had given me a nickname of Writing Man, so I came up with Writing Man Productions. Well, right now we're working on a play called Identity Theft. It's a comedy that deals with one of today's more serious subjects. It's about a young man who is naive in the ways of credit, and he has his identity stolen, except the little thing is he had bad credit to begin with. Since the first grade. Passion. It's what I love to do. It's my outlet. It's what makes me happy.
Wow, that's a funny question. I act because I was told one day that I was pretty good at acting and I should try it as a profession. So I thought about it, and then I decided that maybe I should, and then I did. So that's why I act. I mean, I do love it. And it's fun, but why did I get into it? Because someone else told me that maybe you should get into it. Well, I had just moved back to Philadelphia, and so I was just looking to get back into the scene, and I don't know who's who and whatnot. And it came up, and since it's identity theft, I knew there'd be a bad guy, and I usually get the bad guy roles pretty easily. So I said, you know what, I should go. I should try it. Obviously, we didn't get to read the whole script before the audition, so I didn't know what was expected. And then when I read it, it wasn't exactly what I had expected, so it's going to be pretty good.
Along the same lines as Manuel, is that somebody told me that I was decent at it. Then I started believing it. That's pretty much it. That's how I got into it. I went to school for theater, acting, and directing, and then I moved here to start a career. I play Sam, who's a complete moron, and but thinks he's cool and hangs out with Tad. Basically works for Tad, and is an idiot, and it's a lot of fun. I like to think that it would start with some sort of, you have an ending or an idea, something that you're shooting for, a specific theme or purpose that whatever the play you're writing will present, and then through that create characters and situations and scenarios that would drive to that equal point, to that point of purpose.
There's obviously good writing and bad writing, but I think that if the actor understands what's going on in the script, I think he's able to, bring the most out of it, even if the writing is bad. And fortunately for this show, the writing is not bad, but we're also, the director and the writer are both open to improvising the scene and using the writing as like the framework, and just like trying to see if we went to the left a little bit, how would it turn out? If we went to the right a little bit, how would it turn out? And to see how that would actually, if it builds the story better or worse. And so we've been experimenting a lot with stuff like that. And I think as long as you understand your character, you're able to do what the lines give you. But if the lines are bad, you can still make it good. But you gotta understand the character. You have to have done your homework, as they like to say in the acting world.
When I write, I start off with a basic concept. I know the every story, I know what main characters I have to have, and then I just start writing, and I trust my characters to lead me through. I don't usually have an ending in mind when I write. I let them take me to it. I knew exactly who I wanted as soon as the people left. I was like, yep, that's it.
Just do it. Go in, do it. And you come out and kind of put it behind you, almost. You don't forget about it, just you don't want to keep your hopes up. So you sort of, I'm not being pessimistic. I just think it's better to keep going forward instead of thinking about it.
I think that Philadelphia has enough of, at least I've been told by other actors, that you can make enough money to support a family. So if that is the case, I'd love to stay here and work here. However, I'm not opposed to going to New York, going to LA, and working. But I would love for Philadelphia to become the new film and theater center, and just stay here. We got a lot of talent here. Why not?
I like the reality of it. It's all right in front of you. I love film, don't get me wrong. I think there's a lot of really great stuff in film, and I do enjoy it. But I guess since I've been doing theater for years now, I prefer it for film.
I like film a lot more than I do theater. Not that I don't mind. I love acting in theater. I just don't like the rehearsal process. I think in film you have less rehearsal process, so I don't know, I just enjoy it more. I also, because you don't have to project to the 900th person sitting in, I've performed in front of 900 people before. Right now I'm talking to you and I'm talking to him at the same volume, but if this was the theater and we were talking on stage, I'd have to scream, well, not scream, but project, and that doesn't feel natural to me. So some people will tell you film's not natural because of the editing, you can make mistakes, it's not a big deal. And other people will tell you theater's not natural because you project when you wouldn't project, and when you're supposed to whisper and stuff. So, but I find that film is closer to my heart. You're not going to make it by sitting on your butt and waiting for the phone to ring.
Start working. Go to a major city. And just with the internet now, it's easy to find. If you want to find auditions and stuff, you can get all of that on the internet. And just get headshots, take dance classes or something. I don't know, just go find work and do stuff.
Take classes. There's lots of classes. I'm always in the classroom. Do stuff on your own. Cameras are not that expensive. YouTube lets you download it for free. Make your resume professional. Make your headshots professional.
Try it. I'm gonna say the same thing to other writers out there that was said to me. What do you got to lose? It's gonna be playing at Plays and Players, 3rd floor cabaret. That's at 1712 Delancey Place. It's running May 22nd to May 25th at 8 o'clock with a 2 p.m. matinee on Sunday the 25th. My name is Shawn O'Shea, executive producer and playwright of Writing Man Productions.
The biggest selling praise and worship collection of all time is back. Presenting the Songs for Worship Special Edition on 2 CDs for just $19.99. But wait, be one of the first 500 callers to order with your credit card, and we'll cut the price to just $9.99.
Call 1-800-620-7719 to order Songs for Worship Special Edition for $9.99 plus shipping when you use your credit card, or order online at timelife.com/worship.
Open the eyes of my heart, Lord.
Time Life presents Songs for Worship Country. 16 beautiful songs for just $17.98.
He ain't the leaving kind.
But wait, order in the next 10 minutes with your credit card and we'll take $8 off.
Call 1-800-643-9911 to order Songs for Worship Country for $9.99 plus shipping when you use your credit card, or order online at timelife.com/worship country.
Hey, don't get up. Where are you going? We've got some great movie trailers coming up next. Watch this.
Guess what, everybody? Indiana Jones is back in a new globe-trotting adventure, Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Directed by Steven Spielberg and starring Harrison Ford as Indy, Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull features an outstanding cast, including Oscar winner Cate Blanchett, Karen Allen, Ray Winstone, John Hurt, Oscar winner Jim Broadbent, and Shia LaBeouf. Frank Marshall is the film's producer, along with George Lucas and Kathleen Kennedy as executive producers. The screenplay is by David Kopp, from a story by George Lucas and Jeff Nathanson. So sit tight, here's a movie trailer peek.
Not as easy as it used to be.
Damn, I thought that was closer.
Once again, Harrison Ford is back in Indiana Jones and Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, coming soon to theaters.
You're a teacher? Part-time.
Okay, everybody, here we go with another action-packed comic book superhero movie.
No one's allowed to talk? Is that it? You can't talk?
No, you intimidate them.
Good God, you're a woman.
Is it better to be feared or respected? I say, is it too much to ask for both? I humbly present the Jericho. To peace.
Tony Stark. Now you work for me. What are you building?
Paramount Pictures and Marvel Entertainment present a Marvel Studio production in association with Fairview Entertainment. It's a Jon Favreau film called Iron Man. It stars Robert Downey Jr., Terrence Howard, Jeff Bridges, Sean Taub, and Gwyneth Paltrow.
Welcome home, sir.
Put up the scanner, will you? What happened over there? I had my eyes open. I want to protect the people I put in harm's way.
A man with a dozen of these can rule all of Asia.
Yeah, I can fly.
Based on a Marvel Comics character, billionaire playboy industrialist Tony Stark makes weapons for the U.S. government. While out on a field test of one of his new inventions, he's wounded, captured, and forced to make weapons for the enemy.
So the upgrade is complete.
Tell you what, throw a little hot rod red in there.
Instead, he fashions himself a crude power armor to save his life and to facilitate his escape.
Good luck keeping up.
When he returns home, he revises his armor and finds purpose as the armored Avenger, Iron Man.
What's going on here? let's face it, this is not the worst thing you've caught me doing.
There's been speculation that I'm parading around as a superhero. I'm just not the hero type, clearly.
This is Tony Lankford for Movie Trailer Peek. Don't forget to go see Iron Man, coming soon to a theater near you.
Hey, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more of Tony Lankford's Downtown, the Actors Lounge.
The pursuit of happiness. When it came to selecting a director for this uniquely American story, the film's producers, including Will Smith, went out on a limb and chose an Italian, Gabriele Muccino. He had never directed a film in the United States, and at the time, spoke little English. And so, making this film would be a truly exciting experience for the producers, the star, and of course, the director himself. Will Smith first became aware of Gabriele Muccino several years ago when he saw 2 of his Italian movies.
I watched 2 of Gabriele's films, L'Ultimo Bacio and the Remember Me, My Love. And I was really attracted to the level of emotion that he was able to understand.
Will and I decided that we wanted Gabriele Muccino to direct this movie.
Will had seen Gabrielle's films earlier and said that this guy would be an amazing choice.
And when they said they wanted this Italian director, I thought, you know, that just feels very right.
I got a conference phone call from my agents, and actually I didn't know what was going on. I just felt like, oh my God, what's happening? Am I going to be kicked out of the agency or what? And then they told me that the Will wanted to submit me the script.
Gabriele read the script, but was then told that Will Smith wanted to speak with him on the phone. He was nervous.
If he talks to me in English and he realizes how bad my English is, I'm and he was coming to Paris 2 weeks later to promote Hitch. So I said, okay, fantastic, I can go to Paris. So that's how the meeting happened.
In our first meeting, he got me hook, line, and sinker when he said that this movie was about the American dream.
He said, as an American, you guys don't really understand the American dream. To appreciate and to understand the American dream, you have to be a foreigner.
Chris Garner is the essence of the American man who wanted to make it and he made it. And he wants to show to the world that he made it.
He understood it and knew how to tell the story.
It was a completely different take and a look at this movie.
And as Gabrielle kind of started explaining that to us, we realized that Chris's story is the absolute achievement of the American dream. But it's not only for Americans.
Gabriele found San Francisco to be a truly inspirational city and wanted to shoot in as many of the story's real locations as possible. And this is where working with one of the world's biggest movie stars gave him more access than he had ever experienced before as a director.
They didn't give it to the director, they give it to Will Smith, the keys of the city. So I was just following the winner. Go and get the keys, I will follow you. And he gave me the keys, and then we did everything we wanted. The city was extremely inspiring, and actually has been inspiring also for Will a lot.
You can feel the ghosts jumping into your body when you're actually in the place. Action! You almost feel the spirit of the experiences absorb you.
I mean, when the camera is here, you have to hang up on.
Right, that's what I'm hanging up on.
Watching Gabriele direct this Dean Witter scene, one can see how hard he had to work to communicate in English.
It's hugely tiring to work in another language. Your brain, after a while, starts really boiling, and you can't really understand anymore. You can't talk. You talk using different words. It's a mess.
And yet the language barrier didn't seem to create any difficulty between Muccino and Smith at all.
He was always listening to me. When I wasn't finding the words, I was just mumbling something. Juvenile, like he stand up, try to figure out where the book is, then where the shoe is, then he starts looking for the shoe while the Spanish guy talks to him.
In spite of the language gap, Muccino still maintained his strong European directorial style and sometimes surprised certain members of his crew with his passionate feel for the material. Filming this scene required the filmmakers to take over 4 square blocks of San Francisco's financial district. Muccino had never been at the helm of such a large production unit before.
He could run on the street, and no matter what, you had blocks with period cars, with extras walking, for example. In a little movie, you would have 4 period cars and only 1 sidewalk.
Mr. Twistle. Yeah, hi. Hi. Chris Gardner? Yeah, hi. Listen.
The feeling that you get, because the place is real, it's very easy to put yourself in those real circumstances.
I'm actually modeling the body movements after my father. It's very hard for me, though, to purposely run old. In my films, I pride myself on how I look running, so to take it the other way is a real acting stretch for me.
This isn't Will ad-libbing like he's done in movies in the past. It's on the page, and the director gives him direction. And I think Will is a better actor for that.
Every single scene, I wanted to make a true story, a true movie. I wanted to grab the guts of the character and pull them out.
Here we go.
Tandy Newton chose to stay in character most of the time that she was on set in order to create the emotional truthfulness that Gabriele wanted.
He's gone at the material with the same honesty that he relates to you in life.
I know you'll take care of him, Chris. I know that.
He wants this to be an honest account of how this family functions.
When the production finally arrived at San Francisco's Glide Memorial Church, where the real Chris Gardner once stayed, Gabriele realized that bringing the truth to these scenes would require something quite unusual for a feature film.
I asked to my first AD, I think the only way to make this movie is hiring real homeless, because they look different from anybody else in this town.
About a week later, I read in the paper, and I read one guy, and he was talking about what it did for his self-esteem to actually be employed and get a paycheck, and the process of just going to cash a paycheck, how much that meant to him in terms of his confidence and his self-esteem. I think it's probably the best thing we've done making this movie.
It's like the beauty of being an actor, to have that opportunity to meet people and explore their lives and to empathize with the pain, and you grow from someone else's pain, which is a rare opportunity.
Right after the scene, I went to him, I hugged him strong, very, very tight, and I said to him, "This is the best thing we ever done in our life."
And the character that Will and Gabrielle have built, I think it's the best Will's ever been in a movie.
So, looking back at this filmmaking adventure, what surprised this Italian director the most about his first American movie?
Working with Will, the most surprising, the most unforgettable experience I had working with him was really being overwhelmed by the talent. He was listening to me so carefully. He was ready to be guided, and to be pushed, always surprising me somehow.
It's the best work I've ever done, and I just wish we could put it out today because it's beautiful.
Several years ago, Will Smith watched a couple movies by Gabriele Muccino. He saw something special and championed Muccino as his next director. His instincts paid off, and just like the film says, good work leads to happiness.
Working here, it has been a wonderful experience. The book has been opened on a new chapter. That's what I really feel deeply.
I Can Only Imagine is back, and it's bigger and better than ever. Presenting the I Can Only Imagine Platinum Edition on 2 CDs for just $19.99. Plus, you'll also get this free bonus CD. But wait, call in the next 10 minutes with your credit card, and we'll cut the price to just $9.99. Then review other inspirational collections. Satisfaction guaranteed. So call now and get I Can Only Imagine Platinum on 3 CDs for just $9.99.
Call 1-800-615-040 to order I Can Only Imagine Platinum for $9.99 plus shipping, or